Hey guys, it's Timmy and I'm with my daughter Salem. We're about to pop inside this Goodwill store to see if they're already, we're just popping into this Goodwill to see if they already have some Halloween stuff. So, what do you say? Should we go inside? Okay, we're going. The first thing that I saw was this cool little orange pumpkin sign. I'm doing a haunted pumpkin patch, and so that's always a nice little accent to have, and I could always repaint that. I'm not the biggest on the Day of the Dead decorum. I know a lot of people are. It's just not really for me, so I usually pass on those items, but they're always nice to see. There was 2 tombstones there. I'm always on the hunt trying to find those. These ones looked a little flimsy, although they were a little unique. I definitely don't have those particular tombstones. This one said Rig R Mortis, so that's interesting. But I ended up not getting those 2. But you know, I could always change my mind, as with anything that I find here. If I go back and they're still there. There was this opened soap bath thing from, I think it was TJ Maxx. I think one of them was missing, so ended up not getting that one. Cool pair of socks, 99 cents, not too shabby, unopened. Ooh, gotta be careful, and I just made them dirty, so that's on me, my bad. Look at this little ceramic pumpkin. I always like these. I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 of these, so I don't really need another one, especially I think that one had a chip in it at the very top. Some nice little plate. I think it had some napkins with it too, maybe. Hard to tell here. And a little feather mask. Not a big fan of those just because the feathers will get everywhere. Can't go wrong with some spider webs. That looks like some old school style maybe. There's that little ceramic. Look at, dropping stuff everywhere. Whoops. Nice little Halloween plate. I would feel like I always have extra every year, and I try to hold on to it for next time. Little styrofoam pumpkin there. Maybe some orange drink. I think that was ceramic too. Like I said, I have a good amount of ceramic stuff, so don't really need to get much more. I just love all these old school bucket, pumpkin buckets or things like that. I just think those are awesome. Well, it looks like Salem found a little toy. She's always looking for things to play with. But yeah, those old school buckets, I just can't get enough of them. Except, I don't buy them all the time. A little flimsy, probably Dollar Tree looking ghost thing. There's that ceramic ghost. I passed that by earlier. I've got a few of those. I just think they're awesome. And some candy buckets. Got to have a good candy bowl, especially for Halloween. Little metal sign. I'm not the biggest fans of the kind of squiggly metal things. Checking to see if Salem approves. She's not into them either, it looks like. Cute little scarecrow looking witch. Love the hair on that. More Day of the Dead pumpkin carving stuff. Or painting, I should say. The real time to get these is to go after, Halloween ends, and grocery stores will sell those pumpkin carving stuff for like 70 cents or a quarter, so you can get those for super cheap. Little Mulan costume there. I think that's based after the live action Mulan. I don't think I could figure out exactly what this costume is. I think it had horns on it or something, so I wasn't exactly certain. Little pink bucket. I can never remember. I think the different colors, like teal, means different things. Either your kid can't have sugar or candy or something, so I'll have to look that up. I know that was pink, but it might mean something. Salem's still hanging out with that tricycle thing. And I think this was an Oktoberfest inflatable. Oh, or a costume. I think it was a costume to make it look like you're being held. Salem, do you like Halloween? Maybe? Oh, you want to get down? Salem's helping me look. Look at this little wooden block sign. Unfortunately, it had glitter on it, so not a big fan of that. What'd you find, Salem? Ooh. Good find, kiddo. Is that a drum, Salem? And more Day of the Dead stuff. Good find, Salem. Found some Halloween pajamas. Yeah. Salem, do you want to be a Ninja Turtle? Yeah. That's funny. I'm actually a bit more into decorating than I am into costumes and stuff, but I always like to take a look because sometimes you find a cool mask or, you know, just a whole outfit that can be fun. It's always good to have Halloween costumes on hand, you know? Hey, Salem, can you jump? Good try, baby. Can you do a jump? Yeah! Good job, Salem. Good jumping, baby. So I ended up not buying anything at the Goodwill, but we're stopping by this vintage antique store that's here. So Salem, let's go see if they have anything here, okay? All right. So this place is called Four Seasons Vintage. I've actually never been inside here, so let's see what they have. Got some Fred Flintstone shirts going on over here. It's interesting. Cool. I just always love going to places like this. You know, it's like you're in some kind of Harry Potter room of requirement or whatever that room was called. I think that's right. But this place was pretty neat. Just a ton of vintage stuff. Salem immediately found some dinosaur animatronic stuff, and it's just a cool place. Not really a ton of Halloween stuff from this POV, but it was my first time in this store, so I always love to just look at other random miscellaneous stuff. Those dolls were pretty creepy, so technically Halloween, I guess. Troll dolls, I should say. Salem found a mirror. She was just staring at it by herself. Look at how cute she is walking around just looking at stuff. I just love going places with Salem. She's just the cutest. And then literally right next to that thrift store, there was a whole nother one. It was something Treasures. I think I missed the name. But went ahead and checked this place out too. Again, very similar, just a lot of random stuff all over the place. That was a little weird. And then I did find some books and stuff, but looked like some vintage Jabba the Hutt stuff. There was an SNES game. But they're really, you know, obviously I found some books, like I said before, but not really anything Halloween related except maybe that little pumpkin there. What's that? After those thrift stores, Salem and I went to our local McKay's, which is actually closed now. But it was open when we first went, and it was pouring rain. We got absolutely soaked on our way in, but it's a shame it's basically closed now, or I guess it's closing in a few days technically. But yeah, this was McKay's when it was here. It was awesome. They basically had like a permanent costume retro section, which was pretty nice, but not really big on decorations or anything like that here at McKay's, but just a plethora of costumes and different things that, like I said, was pretty much always there, which is pretty cool. We also had to stop by the toy section, of course, and I let Salem
peruse and try to find some stuff. And then I always like to swing by back then where they had a whole Goosebumps section. And I was trying to see if they had any Goosebumps, any books that I don't have, or any rares, or any first prints. This was The Curse of the Mummy. I'm not really big on like the repro or reprinted versions, but some of those are pretty cool. Like this. I like this one a lot. You Can't Scare Me. That's a cool one. I think that one is based off of like the actual episode, or they used images from the actual episode, but they had a ton of different books there. Now this was a cool find. Check that out right there. I grew up reading these. I think there's 3 different versions of it, and I am a big fan. I just always love to grab those whenever I see them. The illustrations in there are so creepy. I found the Stranger Things book. I didn't get this, but had never seen this before.
Well, guys, after going into McKay's, we ended up finding and getting this. I don't have this one yet, so I thought I would go ahead and snag it. You okay? You done with your water? Okay. I also went ahead and grabbed this, More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I didn't have the second one. Salem was really good in the stores, so I went ahead and got her another dinosaur. It was pretty cheap, so. Well, anyway, we got to get home, so thanks for watching the video and coming along with us on our trip today, and catch you next time.